Yo, it's your boy UNKASA. I'm here with Mikey T, the movie star. Report card ready, yo. You already know what it is.
We are live on UNKASA, man. You know, Dipset alumni here. You know, I really appreciate you for giving me the opportunity to speak with you today.
No problem. Happy New Year, Mikey.
Happy New Year, man. It's a pleasure to have you on the channel. You know, can you tell me a little bit about growing up in New York? Is that where you grew up?
Born and raised, Harlem, New York, man. You know, I grew up in the 80s and 90s. The beginning of the crack era. I ain't gonna lie, I had a great childhood. You know what I'm saying? Minus growing up in the hood and shit like that, I had a great childhood. You know what I'm saying? I had a great childhood. I had a great mom's, great grandmother. You know what I'm saying? I had aunts, uncles, god brothers, cousins. I made sure I was good. You know what I'm saying? So New York wasn't all that bad. Way better than it was. It was way better then than it is now.
So when did you find it in yourself that you wanted to start rapping?
Unfortunately, my family, they had, I think they had got kicked out of their crib, and they moved in with me and my mom's. My mom's had a one-bedroom apartment at one time. My aunts and my cousins came and lived with us, and my god brother Matthew, he used to work for this spot called Kenny System. It was basically Parkins' assistant for Yankee Stadium for the Yankee games. He used to come home late, and every night he come home, he'd start beating on the chair and start writing his little rhymes. Sometimes I used to help him with his rhymes because he used to be asking me, yo, you got a word to rhyme with this? And every time he used to ask me a word to rhyme with it, I used to give him a rhyme. He said, you're going to be good at this one day. So we wound up moving out that apartment. And the only thing that was left in the apartment after the movers took all the furniture and stuff was my god brother's rap book. So I took the rap book and learned how to format music that way by stealing his notebook that he left. So that was my introduction to the rap music. You know, my moms used to go to Nobody Beats the Wiz all the time and go buy a bunch of records and tapes and shit. So the music was in the house. Like, the music was in the house 24/7. If I was asleep, I heard the music. If I was up, I heard the music. I just come from a musical background. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in my family just loves music, all types of music, from Caribbean to jazz to classic, hip hop, R&B. We love it all.
So who were some of the artists that actually inspired you when you were younger?
Definitely Michael Jackson, LL Cool J, Big Daddy Kane, Stetson Sonic. That was early on, but as I got older, Nas, Biggie, Pac, Busta Rhymes, Wu-Tang, Das Effects, Boot Camp Click, the whole Duck Down. You know, I grew up off that grimy 90s era hip hop. Onyx was definitely an influence.
So I'm reading that you got your first record deal at the age of 19 within the span of 15 minutes. Is that like the quickest someone has ever gotten a record deal?
From my knowledge, the only person I got signed by the same man in 15 minutes before me was R. Kelly. He signed R. Kelly in 15 minutes. So, yeah. Basically, I went to a studio session with my homeboy Ronnie Henson. Shout out to Ronnie Henson. He had a deal at Motown, and he was also a ghostwriter, so he was writing material for the New Groove Theory album. Shout out to Bryce Wilson. And they had changed singers because Mel LaRue had left the group, so was working with a new singer by the name of Makeda Davis. Shout out to Makeda. And they were just basically getting the body of work done for the New Groove Theory album. And I went to the studio, and they asked me to rap, and when I rapped, it kind of blew everybody's mind. And from that, I guess they went and told Barry Hankerson, and Barry Hankerson, he walked in the room. I didn't know who he was at the time, and he was like, who's the little nigga that out here can rap his ass off? And everybody pointed to me. So he's like, yo, you about to get on this record right here? I was like, nah, I'm just here work, just, vibing out. He was like, nah, I want you to get on that record. So Bryce Wilson told me to get on the record. I probably wrote my verse in like 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops. Went in the booth, laid it down. Before he broke out, he told me he had a meeting to go to. So he said, I'll be back in an hour. When I come back, I want to hear what you did. He came back in exactly an hour. He ain't even let the full track play. He played like probably 4 or 5 bars and cut it off. I thought he ain't like it. Next thing he said when he told the engineer to cut the music off, he was like, you the second person I sound in 15 minutes. And that made me, right off the top, who the first person you sound in 15 minutes? He was like, R. Kelly.
What record label was this?
Black Crown Atlantic. Black Crown Atlantic. Aaliyah was signed to them. Timbaland, Missy, a few artists.